Okay, let's get started. So a couple of things. I have the elemental candles going. So we'll see what dies down first. Water is the element that we are going to connect with the most because we're going to get in touch with our ancestors and spirit guides. A few things. First, we're going to smudge, and then we'll cast a circle. So that's closed. Okay, Brett and my dad might join us, but we'll see. This is my spirit toy. So if it goes off, spirit is here. Okay? So every time it flashes, the spirit wants us to know they're there. Okay, are you ready? So we're just going to pass the smudge around and we'll smudge each other. And I'll show you how to do that, okay? The reason why I'm smudging is because we'll use the energy of the smudge to build the power that we need for tonight and also to cleanse us so that we can do our spiritual work. So I'm going to get that going. If you have to pee, you know where it is, so you can leave. Once we smudge, we'll cast the circle so that our energy stays in. Okay, oh, that smells good. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna get you to stand and I'll show you what to do and then you do it to her, okay? And you just want to make sure you can hear the sound of the bird. And then you can turn around. And it's important to cleanse the back because that's how when spirit comes, it comes this way. And there you are. I'm excited. This is my favorite night of the year, doing these magic mirrors. Yesterday I had a couple people scream when they first saw it.
Oh, really?
It can be creepy when it happens. But we are going to cast a circle, so we're going to be in a protected space. So whatever we see is going to be each other's past lives or our own. So when we begin, we're going to first look and see each other's past lives and learn that way, because it is easier to see other people's past life than your own. Okay.
Do we expect to see only, or can we expect to hear something?
Lots of people will hear things, they'll feel things, and this is the entrance. So once you learn to do this, you'll be able to sit in a restaurant and look at people and see their past lives. Oh, wow. And the better you get, the stronger the ability will become. So there's times where I can look at someone's past life and then all around them will change, and I'll see the time period, what the setting is, so you can get the whole veil, okay? And
Can I ask another question?
yes, of course.
Why do you do this only once a year?
Because this is a time when the veil is the thinnest, so it's easier. So what's happening is when I do this, I have to open up your abilities to see, and some people it's easy because they're visual, but some people it's not. So for me, I need to be able to connect with that. You could now, once you do the mirror, you can do it anytime at home, right? So you can use a mirror any night you want, but for me to get that door to open, I like to do it when the veil is thin, because I'll be calling your ancestors to help you. Okay. So yes, you don't have to only use these once a year. Okay, and you'll see what I mean when we do it.
I don't. I plan on using them every night.
Good.
What are you doing, Tony? Well,
good. And
don't disturb me.
We're going to. We will have to activate.
That's your time.
So we'll be activating
It's
the
when
mirrors.
the kids go to bed, I finally get 10 minutes to myself.
Perfect.
Oh, the front. Okay.
And I'm gonna get this going for the cauldron.
It's all good.
So when we do our mirrors, we're going to activate them with the power of the elements, and I'll go over that. I also have herbs I like to burn, so if you are into burning herbs for specific purposes, I use lavender to help me see. Lavender will help you see spirit, and it will open up your crown chakra. And I have a little blend of stuff I put together, just so it's not all lavender. So now I'll wait until I see a twist in the cauldron and I know we're ready. Beautiful. So it's going around clockwise. Okay. So when you do this type of work, you never want to do it when you're stressed out. You won't be able to see very easily. Or when you're moody. Okay? So if you're moody and you've been a big...
All of the above.
So if you're moody and you've been walking around like a bitch, you don't want to use this that night because you might see something ugly. Okay? And the reason why is because when we are stuck into a state that's negative, stressful, anything like that, we are not in our natural state, and it draws and attracts mundane energies. Okay, so we believe that all of those energies are created by the mind, not the spirit. Okay. Awesome. You're all squeaky clean.
Do you need to be smudged too?
I just did. Yes, you can smudge me.
You're back.
I smudged like 3 times today.
I figure this weekend
Some
you're
days
probably
call
extra
for it.
smudgy.
Thank you.
Oh, I need that.
That takes the chill off the
Mm.
brow.
Perfect. It's not too bad in here. Yesterday we had a big wind, so it got pretty cold at
Oh,
the
did
end.
it?
Well, thank you. We'll let that keep going. Okay. So the other thing we're going to do is pass around this ritual oil. And the reason why is because this will help us get into our place where we can see. So just put a little bit on your finger. It's pretty hard to get out, so you kind of gotta look. Okay. Put some on the tip of your nose, and then put some on your forehead, right on your third eye. Okay. We are entering a ritual doing this tonight because it is your first time. You don't have to have that. Once you open to see, you'll be able to do this. So you don't need to have that.
What kind of oil is that?
It's called ritual oil. So it's a blend of all kinds of stuff. Did you?
It's in the water, right?
Wow.
That's the one we did.
Yes. Perfect.
But are they all different? Because I have 3 now and none of them are the same.
That's right.
Okay.
You have money. What do you have? Money drawing, ritual, and enchantment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Perfect. As you do that, we'll cast a circle so we're protected and we don't see anything creepy. Okay. So the reason why we want to cast a circle is it protects us from any mundane spirits. And those are spirits that are caught in the middle world. This is considered the life that we live is called Middle Earth. So we like to protect from that so we don't have anything playing tricks on us. And also so that when we are doing this, we are creating a power. And that power will grow and help us so that we can see. Okay? So this is for our protection. And I'm going to cast a circle way past the house. Okay? So it'll be all the way around past the house in case someone has to pee. If I don't do that, the circle would have to be open for someone to leave, go pee, then I'd have to open it again for them to enter. So I like to do the whole vicinity. Okay. So when we do that, just make sure your feet are flat on the ground, because when we're casting the circle and our feet are flat on the ground, we're also blessing and cleansing the earth so that this is also purified. Okay. So you can keep doing that and I'll cast it. So all I have to do is really listen. Come on in. Awesome. Perfect. Oh, good. We're doing buffalo tonight. Okay, are you ready? And then Natasha just hands them the oil, the oil, and they'll put it on. We're putting the ritual oil on our nose and also our third eye. So the reason why we put it on our nose is because if you can smell it, then it's not activated when you put it on your nose, and if you smell nothing, then you know the oil is set in. So I'll even do that when I'm going out in public. I'll put eucalyptus so I don't get people's germs, and as soon as I don't smell the strong eucalyptus, I know that it's now in my system and I'm protected. So it's kind of a neat trick. Are you ready? In this place the circles round, we consecrate the sacred ground. With golden light the space around, all power here contained and bound. From the earth the things that manifest, from the east the things of mind, from the south the things that motivate, and west the souls refined. And yet no place or time there be between the worlds, our words and we. Ancient ones, come and see, the space is sealed, so mote it be. So mote it be. Perfect. Okay, so we now have the oil. We've done the smudging. Now, the next thing we're going to do is start seeing some past lives with each other. So before we begin, I want everyone to focus on the candles. You can pick all of them or one of them. And as you're looking at the candles, I want you to try to see the aura around the candle flame. Once you're able to see the aura around the candle flame, maybe you see it all the way down, put your hand up so I know. Okay. Wow. Okay. So that was quick. So that means your psychic sight is now ready. Okay. Anytime you see an aura around the candle, there is psychic energy, spirit energy, and magic can be performed. So if you ever just light a tea light and see that, there's a power there for you. Okay. Now that you've seen that, we're going to go into pairs. So I'm going to get you two together and then you two. And you just turn and look at each other. And yeah, thank you. I'm going to drum a bit.
So who are you doing?
So you two, are we at odd?
Yeah.
We are.
Okay.
I said that's what.
So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, Brad.
Sorry, right.
We're stuck together again. Do you want to go there for me? Okay.
Right?
That works.
Like
We
she
can
didn't
do
think
it.
that was gonna happen.
So just give it a couple minutes first. I'm going to drum because I want to call the spirit, because that's what we're going to be connecting with. And then I'm going to get you to look at each other's past lives, okay? So just listen. This is the best I've ever heard of the buffalo. Okay. So make sure you see the aura. Now I'm going to get you to look at each other, and I'm going to do this with Brett. Okay. So we're going to look at each other's faces, and actually let me take this down a bit. Come on. There we go. So we're going to look at each other's faces, and I want you to focus right on their third eye. Okay? So the trick is, do not go eye to eye. Go to the third eye and look at each other. And as you do, I want you to focus on the space in between you and the other person. And right in the middle, you may see some energy. So right about where my hand is, you may see some energy in between you and the other person. If you do, put your hand up. It's like a fuzziness. Almost as if the smudge. Perfect. And you want to kind of just look in front. And if you're having trouble, you can hold your hand up, just not in their face, but beside their face, and then move your hand and you'll see the veil. I want you to try to see a veil. Okay? And if you move your hand slowly, can you see the veil? Yeah, but right now first we're just looking for the veil. So have you seen that veil?
No.
Now who's seen it? Put their hand up.
The energy? Sorry?
Yes. Okay, and who hasn't? Okay, so you two know each other pretty good. Maybe I'll get you two to switch. Can you two switch seats? Yep. And if I look at you, can you see an energy in between me and you? Like it's kind of difficult to see. There's like something almost like a mist. You can see that mist? Yeah. Okay. And then, yes.
I haven't seen them.
You can't?
No.
Okay, try taking off your glasses.
You can see, yeah.
Now look, if you're looking at me, can you see a mist like right in between us here?
Yeah, a little.
Okay, that's what we're looking for. Who else is having trouble?
I'm in and out.
You're in and out, but you do see, like look at her black shirt. You can see,
Yeah.
okay, so my black shirt, you might be able to see that mist on it.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you look at Marilee's black shirt, you can see how it's kind of gray. And we're looking for the energy that is similar to the aura of the candle. Not as bright, but that comes off of it. Okay. Has everyone seen that part?
So it's right on the third eye, right?
You want to look right in the
Oh, in here.
space.
Okay. Okay.
You want to see it with your eyes open.
So like speckly? Do you see like
Almost like a white noise on the TV.
Okay.
You got that?
Yeah.
So so let's put our hands up if you've seen it. Okay. You're iffy? Okay. Let me. Perfect. So we're just going to focus on seeing that. And once you have seen it, look around the room and try to see it from people that are across from you before we go further. Okay, so I'm going to sit there for 1 second. I'm going to do this to both of you.
you can't or can't?
Okay, the candle's pretty bright, so you probably see more on this side. Which side is darker? Okay. So when you're looking, can you see like, here, let me take off.
It's really
Look
not
for a
your
really
eyes.
light mist, just like the aura of the candle.
I mean that.
And it's even between us. Like when I look at your shirt, I can see lots of it.
Exactly. You don't. Especially not in this
Black
situation.
almost looks gray. Okay, that's okay. You can, but you think you've seen a little bit of the mist.
So it's the brain is trying to say it's just because it's dark. And
Okay, that's okay, because the next step, your brain won't be able to say that. Okay, and I'm just going to get you to stand. And if you have a seat. Okay. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Can you stand there for a minute? Yeah.
You want me?
Okay, so right here, look for like speckles. And even when I'm looking at her third eye, I can see her aura all the way around her. Can you see like the energy right in here?
Not normally, but the other day I could see my
That's
son's,
the
like,
psychic energy,
it looked like
okay?
he was growing.
Awesome. Okay, have a seat.
So sometimes, but not
Oh, yes.
Maybe I'll put it on
like
the
right
floor.
now. I can see like a outline around you.
And it's okay. We want a little bit of light. You want to do this with a candlelight? Okay, so everyone's seen that part. Now we're going to take it further. Okay? So as long as you're in your space, you have a tea light and you can see the aura around it, then there's psychic energy here. Okay? So this is something to remember when you're at home doing this. Okay? Now we're going to look at each other again. And I want you to focus on the third eye. And I don't want you to stare. You don't want to stare and you don't want to go cross-eyed. Okay? So you just look at the foreheads. And some people find it easier to look at the nose. But try to stay away from the eyes. And we're going to look at each other until the face starts to fade or go darker. Okay?
Anytime I stare at someone's face, their face changes and it makes like they look like they're old.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Okay.
I do this all the time, apparently.
Okay. So look at.
You're ahead of the game.
So that's what we're trying to get at. So just look at each other
Doing that since I was a
and
kid.
wait. And Bonnie, if you can use your glasses too if you want.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you use them or not. So you look at each other until the face starts to disappear. So you'll find that the face goes either blurry and fades out or goes black. So just give it a few minutes.
Oh, my eyes fight to get back.
Blurry,
Mine are too. It's not.
blurry and dark. Yeah.
And if you have seen the face fade out or go black, put your hands up. Okay. I'm going to move this.
It's funny if I look at your eyes, it stops.
I think I'm going to put this on the ground.
Or if I blink.
Yeah.
You come back.
Okay. Is that better?
It's darker.
So do it again. So if you got to the blur or the black face, then you're almost there. So now we're going to do it and take it a little further. And you want to watch until their face actually changes.
Okay.
And you'll see a new face come in.
And then what?
That's all you're looking for right now. Just a new face. Try to see what you see. Is it a male, female, animal? Okay, who did that?
I did.
You saw it?
Yes.
What did you see?
She's a horse.
Okay.
What? Oh, really?
Oh, wow. Yep.
Like it.
There you go.
Just let it
Earlier you were looking
happen.
like a crone lady, and now you're looking. I see. Now.
As soon as the face starts to fade, a new one will come in. Now the thing is the eyes will never change because the eyes are the window to the
Yeah,
soul.
you're in again.
But the rest of the face will change. So just give it a few minutes. You will find that as soon as the face starts to change, your conscious mind may want to blink.
Sorry.
That is, you're breaking something,
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah, you're totally out. That's cool. I'm seeing it. I am too. I can see it.
Now you're another person. Keep seeing. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I've seen three.
Awesome. Okay, let's put our hands up. Who's seen the face change? Okay. Holy cow! All of you?
Wow, that's really.
How many have you seen? Because they'll flash in and out.
Yeah.
So I have a man who won't go away.
Okay,
But
so
a
then that
horse?
is, that is a very strong past life influence, which means that energy is probably influencing her today.
But there's a
Okay?
horse that's like, no, I'm here. Get the hell out. And he's like, no.
A
Or
lot
the
of
face is like, no, I'm
Yeah.
back. Like,
So if you see an animal, a lot of animals are animal totems, right? We believe that, the wolf could be an ancestor. So people's spirit can be animals. And actually what happens is, when I talked about how there is like ghosts on this realm, they're not considered higher realm beings. So if you're a ghost, this type of time when the veil is thinnest, those spirits can either transform into an elemental spirit, or they can turn into an animal, or they'll just stay in limbo. Okay? And so a lot of times, it depends on your culture, you may have been an animal. The other thing you might see is half animal, half human. So if you see half animal, half human, that is the soul being born into the earth. So it's believed that, you know, thousands of years ago, people were half animal, half human. Okay, and that's the beginning of their spirit. You've heard of old souls and new souls. Well, when the new soul comes onto this realm, there is always an animal spirit attached to it. So if you're seeing a horse, well, that could be any type of tradition, right? But say it's an African animal, then you know that that person's spirit was African. Okay? So keep doing it. Now we're going to turn the other way and try it on another person. Okay? So let's go this way. And I hope I treat you out. I've had people
seeing as I've, like I said, I've been staring at people's faces and see them change since I was a kid.
Well, that's past life.
I mean, I said
Yeah.
it was a thing. Face change, but anyway, let's see.
So then that would be a strong ability. You could do that. And if you do that, practice it so that the rest of the imagery changes. The clothes they wear could change. Where they're sitting will change.
I used to be able to think I could see what people would look like when they were kids, or when they were babies.
Yeah.
Oh man, no.
Wow. Totally brunette. Like dark hair. That's about the side height. What did you see?
A cat.
Really?
Like a mountain lion cat. Like.
Whoa, I saw a native woman. The marking.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
Okay, so Leslie just became a woman,
Okay.
but a man.
That's okay. That's two of them trying to come in.
Oh.
So how many people have seen
Okay.
this
Like, I
face
thought you
change? Put your hand up.
Person.
Really?
What? Sorry.
So everyone can see that this person's face change that you went to?
Oh, yep.
Okay. Was it easier than the first time?
No. No.
Same?
No. Harder.
Hers kept going between.
But you
like,
know her.
Okay.
So that might be...
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I know.
I think it's
why
it's
would
I
go?
think it's the both. I think it's like I want the rest of her face to turn woman and make the man go away.
Try it again. We'll do it in a couple more. Try to take note. Is it male or female?
Yeah, like it could be a man or a woman, right? That's what I mean.
All female. I just got two different females.
Okay, so there.
Your face just completely disappeared.
You have glasses on though still.
Now, if the face disappears and nothing comes in, that means they didn't come in as a human. So they were spirit. They skipped a life. And sometimes you'll get a totally white glowing silhouette. That means that they were like a spirit guide or a higher realm spirit or angel. How many of you have played Bloody Mary?
Too afraid to my entire life.
Because it's kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
But we're not calling. Now I want you to do this. When you see that other person's face disappear and they're coming in, look around the room and you'll see glowing beings in between everyone. I want you to put your hand up if you can see that, okay?
Say that again, sir.
So
I was
don't blink
talking
and
to
just
somebody.
So we're going to look at each other. And as soon as the face starts to fade, look around the room and you'll see white glowing beings around in between people. See if you can see any glowing beings. Oh, in the between there.
I was gonna say,
right between these two.
Really?
Yes.
You can see that. So
Yeah.
you are now looking at their ancestors.
Oh, okay.
And you two, actually you have
Yeah,
ancestors
that's
right,
Sparkle's right in between
right
right
there. Okay?
Yeah.
And so you can see the glowing beings. That's how spirit looks at first. Right? So when you're doing this at home, make sure you look at the wall across from you and you'll see a glowing being. And those are your ancestors, and always say thank you. Yeah, it's really strong in the darker area, hey?
What if they've just been flying around my house lately?
That's good too. They will.
I want them to slow down some.
So now everyone's seen some past lives. Put your hands up.
Yep.
Now let's do it from across the room, okay? So it's pretty dark. I'm going to put this back up. Okay. And you can do this in a restaurant, okay? I do. I sit there in the restaurant. I'm looking at everyone.
ever since I was a kid, I'm like, I can make you look old. And people are like,
Now you
"What?"
know why. And you can, a lot of people do past life readings, right? And that all that is once your ability grows, the face will stick. At first, like tonight, we're going to get a lot of flashes, right? But once your spirit knows that you can see that, it will work with you and it will slow things down. It's similar to when people have their intuition and they're not able to express it. So what happens is sometimes it's hard for us to shut off our minds, right? So I'm sure most of us have been there where our minds won't turn off and it looks like there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Well, that's all psychic information. It just doesn't have an outlet to communicate. So it's like overgoing. But once you practice the ability that you want, that will slow down and the visions come clearer and you won't have that spinning mind. So if you have an overactive mind, that's your intuition wanting to develop even more. Okay? So now look across the room, pick someone you haven't looked at, and try to see their past life. Okay? And the thing is with this, because we're using our clairvoyance, it doesn't matter if you're wearing glasses or not.
Well, that's why I was gonna put mine back, not mine on.
I can't see the veil.
Should
with
I put mine on?
If you see if it what type of difference it makes. I'll lift mine up because it's easier. I find it's easier for people to see it.
Not much.
Not much difference.
I'll leave them on.
So when you've seen a past life from someone across a room, raise your hand. Wow.
Angie, your face just keeps disappearing. Yours just disappeared. Yours disappeared. Hers changed like.
Nice.
I see like a purple orb is what I'm seeing.
Okay, so that's your crown chakra.
Okay,
And that's the energy. So you would be able to see auras.
okay, because
Can you see the auras of people? It's kind of hard because we all have shadows.
I
But
picked hers up right. I picked hers up right good.
good. See, when I'm looking, I can see everyone's aura. Because I know you just kind of look for their glow. So let's do that. Let's look at the face. And as you're looking at the person's face, keep your peripheral, right? You're looking from your peripheral, not where you're focused, and you'll see their glow around them. Raise your hand if you can see the aura. So you're still looking at the face, but the glow will show itself.
I don't ever get a color.
That's okay.
I just get like, when a barbecue is really hot,
The gas
and you
fumes.
stand back from it and you can like see the heat
That's what
radiate.
Okay.
That's what I see. I
Okay.
don't ever get color.
That's
I don't
okay.
usually get color either. I see like white,
Yeah.
glowy.
and sometimes it moves.
Like when the barbecue's really, really hot. That's all it is. That's all I see.
Okay. The other thing is if you've known each other in a past life, what will happen, so if you have a partner at home and you've known each other before, you can do the past life thing, and all of a sudden it's like you come super close together, and then you'll just jump back. The first time that happened to Brett and I, it just pulled us both in at the same time, and then we both jumped back. I jumped so hard in the couch, I flipped the couch. I'm laying there, right, with my feet up. I mean, it was powerful. So try this with your partners, because you'll see what I mean, and you'll know, oh my God, we knew each other in past life. Because there's no way your spirits would pull and then release like a elastic.
Right.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. Same with your family, right? And your children. It is amazing to look at your children's past lives. Okay. Are you ready to try the mirrors? So do you feel confident knowing what to look for and how to look for it? Okay, let's do the mirrors. Okay. So I am going to get you to this. Actually, I'll pass them all around. Perfect. We're just going to keep them going until then I don't have to go backwards. So clockwise always builds power, okay? And that's why we go clockwise. How many people?
Okay, I'm good. We're
Getting there?
Yep.
Okay. Everyone's got one? Getting there? Perfect. And you'll want to look into it. Try to see your face. You'll see that there is a stand. Okay? So it's good because if you're at home, you can have it standing up like that. You can sit and look. Okay? No. So first you want to do is see if you can see your face in it, glowing as a reflection. Okay. And if you have to kind of turn to the side to get some of the candle light, actually I'll light some of this candle up. Let's relight. Where's that lighter? You're not going to see anything. We're going to do the spell now to get it going, okay? So this is just to make sure. I won't.
I wouldn't walk through my house in the dark for like years after.
So now we got to do, can you? Thank you. So now we got to charge up our mirror, okay? So the first thing we want to do is, the tobacco.
is that not yet in the cell?
No.
Oh.
We're going to
Right
use
in
some
your
tobacco for spirit. And if you can grab that, I'll start with earth. So I got some earth. Okay, so when we do this, you don't have to do this every time. This is just to get the mirror working for you. So grab a little pinch with your right hand, just a pinch, and put it on your mirror. Perfect. Perfect. Nice. And I'll get you to pass that around. Take a pinch and then put it on there. Now it's called an amethyst mirror. Okay, you will see in the light that it is purple. The reason why we use purple is because it's the highest vibration color besides gold, and it's because it's a high vibration, it activates our crown chakra when we look into it, and that crown chakra is our channel to universal energies, so all the good stuff. Okay, then we wash it with amethyst water. So if you ever find that your mirror isn't giving you visions, you can put amethyst in some spring water or well water, put it in the fridge for over 24 hours, wipe your mirror with it. You can also use mugwort, but because it's an amethyst mirror, we like to use amethyst water. Okay, and that will keep the vibration really high. So we're gonna do this. You take it, dip your, oh, that's not enough. Get you digging in there. You can also drink this. It's very good medicine for you. So 2 fingers and then splash it on the mirror. Okay? And I'll get you to do that and just pass it around. How's my cauldron going? And the reason why we use water is because water is a gateway to the past. So that is why. After you do that, rub your hands together and you'll find a stickiness. You feel a stickiness? That is your psychic energy. Oh, that smells good. So while this is burning, we want to put the smudge on the mirror. So just kind of smudge it. I'm going to pass this around later. And you're going to pour everything into the cauldron. But while it's smoking beautifully, I want to make sure we get the air element on them.
Over to you.
Perfect.
Oh,
Come
smell
around.
that.
I know, doesn't it smell amazing? That's tobacco?
No.
No,
that's
this
all
is
her herbs and
smell,
everything
yeah.
that
Oh.
she had. And then she put a little sawdust in.
Lovely.
perfect.
So that is the most amazing smelling
Nice.
lamp I've ever smelled.
And we're going to dump all of this in the cauldron when we're done as an offering. Perfect.
Did you?
Yes, thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And this represents the air element. So far we have earth and water. Now we're doing air. Oh, that one's burning good for you. And beautiful. It doesn't matter how much you put on. Thank you. Okay. Come around. Awesome. The next thing we're going to do is the tobacco. And the reason why we use the tobacco is because it represents spirit. So if we're ever feeling something we don't understand, take a little pinch and put it on your mirror. Whoa!
Whoops.
Did it all fall
Oh,
out?
that's all right.
Oh,
I got
can you
lots.
bring it here?
That's all
Is
right.
that okay?
Yeah.
It's all
Is there enough in there? Oh yeah, there's
yeah,
enough.
there's lots.
That's good. Don't worry, I got a
You
trunk
never
full of
get
that
too much
tobacco.
off.
You can't get rid of it. This is a sacred tobacco. You don't smoke it. If you were to smoke that, you would be laid out puking. It is really strong. So the reason why we use that is because it represents spirit. And spirit understands who we are inside and out. Spirit understands who we are better than we know ourselves. So this is to activate the power of spirit around us and within the mirror. Yes. So I did that. What else do I need to do? We did the oil. I just want to double check. I think we have everything. Oh no. Fire. Thank you. So I'm going to take this, and all you want to do is make sure the candle flame hits the mirror and you see the flame's reflection. Okay? And just hold it for a couple minutes. If the candle wax goes on, that's okay.
Here, I've been playing with the flames in my mirror.
Good.
See that?
Nice. You just want to make sure. Some people like to do a little symbol. You can do that.
So you actually touch the flame to the mirror?
No, just the reflection. What? It's not too cold, hey? There's no air coming out of my mouth. Like you can see it in the winter.
Did you get this?
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Like, well, to me, like, I can't see the reflection in the.
I can't see anything either.
No reflection yet?
Oh, yeah, mine too.
Oh no, okay. I can see
Oh,
it
good.
now.
A little closer.
And sometimes it's best when you're looking at yourself. I like to do it a little lower than my face, and when I look at my reflection in the mirror, it looks like my eyes are closed. Okay, so if you can get to that, that's good. Once we finish this, we'll be saying some chants. So I'll pass the cauldron. Actually, why don't you just pour your stuff into the cauldron one at a time? Okay. Oh wait, no, not yet. Sorry. Gotta do the chant first. And
So what when I make myself disappear but I don't come back?
you're not ready
That
yet.
happened to me before we started putting stuff on the mirror.
Ah, well, you were like, look,
Funny,
find yourself,
the
close your eyes, and I disappeared.
That's okay. So we're going to do 2 different exercises. The first one is going to be seeing ourself after we activate. And then we're going to do our spirit guide. Okay? So you can actually use the mirror to communicate with your spirit guide. You can also use it because they're amethyst mirrors. You can also call angels in. Archangel Michael is one of my favorites. When I first called him into my mirror and he came, I fell in love right away. I was having a full conversation with him. I needed guidance. I needed help. And as I was looking at his face in the mirror, his lips were moving like he was talking to me, but I heard it from the room coming in. So it's really cool. And he is a good-looking angel. I was like there for 2 hours, didn't want to break it. I'm hugging it. Brett's like, what are you doing? I'm in love with Archangel Michael. 2 hours I had him in the mirror. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so repeat after me. Hold your mirrors with both hands, feet flat on the ground, nothing crossed, and repeat after me. Mirror to mirror.
Mirror to mirror.
Mirror to know.
Mirror to know.
Mirror to help the power flow.
Mirror to help the power flow.
Mirror absorb.
Mirror absorb.
Reflect our gaze.
Reflect our gaze.
Show the truth within your glaze.
Show the truth within your glaze.
Show the future and the past.
Show the future and the past.
All that is hidden revealed at last.
All that is hidden revealed at last.
Mirror, mirror, display for me
Mirror, mirror, display for me
that which we desire and choose to see.
that which we desire and choose to see.
Ancient spirits, lend us your power.
Ancient spirits, lend us your power.
Bring us clairvoyance this very hour.
Bring us clairvoyance this very hour.
I call upon strength and sight.
I call upon strength and sight.
Bless us with visions this sacred night.
Bless us with visions this sacred night.
Now we're going to do our past life one. Okay, repeat after me. West we open, the gates swing wide.
West we open, the gates swing wide.
We seek the answers that lie inside.
We seek the answers that lie inside.
Between the veils we ask to see.
Between the veils we ask to see.
Past life vision come to me.
Past life vision come to me.
I thank you, and so mote it be.
I thank you, and so mote it be.
I call past lives, I call you here.
Past lives, I call you here.
I open the veil to see you tonight.
I open the veil to see you tonight.
Align me to the vision and sight,
Align me to the vision and sight,
that I may see past lives tonight,
that I may see past lives tonight.
only ones with bright white light.
Only ones with bright white light.
We invite you into this circle here.
We invite you into the circle here.
Break the fear and bless this atmosphere.
Break the fear and bless this atmosphere.
Now we're going to pour the stuff into the cauldron. So you can just step up and put it in there as an offering. And you can, it may be a little messy, that's okay. Once you've poured it in, try to find your face, your reflection. You want to try to bring it down just a bit so it looks like your eyes are closed. Now you can smell the tobacco, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice. And it doesn't have to be perfectly clean. You can wash them off at home. So they will be a little messy. Some of you might have candle wax on it or earth smear. You can just use spring water or well water to wipe it off, or amethyst water. But we're going to use them a little dirty. Nice. Beautiful.
Sorry.
Awesome. Oh, let me bring this over there for you. There we go. Whoops. And you'll want to start paying attention to how your third eye feels. Sometimes it'll feel a little strained or stressed. If that happens, then just put a little more of this oil on, okay? Because we're working with our third eyes, it's like stretching a muscle, right? You know, when you work out, your muscles get tired. Well, you might find that your third eye is like...
Feels kind of like
almost like a
the skin is tight.
mild headache.
Yeah, you'll get a little bit of strain.
Yeah.
So if you do feel that, just add a little more on your third eye. Oops. That means you're opening. Yesterday, when I was finished this, I felt like I had a goose egg on my third eye.
I bet.
It's like,
Yeah,
I
you
am a
actually,
unicorn.
like, feel it.
I have
Like,
a chickenpox scars.
Yes,
I do
right.
too.
Right?
Everyone's got theirs clear.
Weird.
So now look into the mirror. Make sure you can see your face. And if you can't, just turn to the side a bit and get a little bit of that sunlight, or candle light.
I really pick up my double chin from my chin.
Don't look at that.
Not that way.
And you want to get to the point where your face disappears. So once you look at it and your face goes black, put your hand up.
Okay, what if the whole thing goes black?
That's good. That means
Okay.
you could almost see it. You may be able to see like the whole
Okay.
scenery.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when we're looking at our own past life, you could be seeing the face change and all of a sudden you'll see like another room behind you or the forest or wherever that past life is.
Okay, every
Okay.
time I move though, I come back. So
Yeah.
I've been black, but I can't stay black.
Okay.
I can't find my. I don't know if I can see it myself at all. All black.
And if you have to bring it closer up, that's okay. As long as you get a reflection.
Is it bad if we don't have it?
Then it might mean you're a
I
vampire.
was gonna say, well then.
Now, once you've seen your face go black, make sure you put your mirror down so we can go further. Maybe the bright light bothering you? Perfect. Yeah, you could try behind me. It might be easier. The light can sometimes bother. Okay. So everyone's gotten to that point? Yeah, I think try with your glasses off. Does that help?
Closer to the light, because I know I needed
More light? Yeah, it's easier when the light. Or even if you go like, oh, right there, I can see it. Can you?
But like I said, I would have a hard time seeing it anyways.
But your face is blocked by the shadow, so you won't get me.
Or I bet you if you go this way, it'll work better. Just turn this way a bit. Yeah, then you'll get. Does that help?
Maybe take your hood off.
Yeah, it's nice in here. Can you see her face in it? Maybe hers behind you.
No, like that's what I mean. I think it's just too dark for me to see anything really.
I see what you're saying. So it's too dark for you to see.
Okay. Well, we'll try to take it further because a face can still pop in. Okay. So yeah. So now we're going to do. Let's do it again. We're going to take it past the black. So sometimes you may not go black, but you may totally disappear, just like Leslie said. She's like pretty much not in there. Okay. Then a new face will come in. Okay. So just relax. I'm going to do some drumming while you do this for a few minutes. Sometimes that helps. And if you've seen your face change,
Leslie, I have to sit like this to see it.
and it was a grass. There we go.
No, I can't see anything.
Like you sit like this, like looking down at it. Like this.
As soon as I look into the mirror, I don't see my face. I see a different face.
Then that is your past life.
Tasha, I
see
can
that
just
I
see the
see, like,
silhouette of myself.
The shifting, and then
Yeah,
I
'cause
see
I
the
had to look
black,
down at
and then
mine.
I see shifting again.
Yeah. So you're gonna, when you first see yourself, you'll see lots of different faces, unless one is holding space and coming forward. And if you see the same face holding still, then that past life has an influence in your life, this life. Okay. So just kind of keep looking, but make sure you're not staring, and take a break. And if you feel like you're having difficulty, just make sure you can see the aura on the candles and you know you're still in that psychic space, okay? And I'll drum. So how many of you agree that seeing yourself is more difficult than others? Because we have to learn to trust ourselves and what we're going to see. So it is breaking a barrier, and you do want to practice this.
How about no?
Sorry?
How about if it's the opposite?
Sorry?
How about if it's the opposite? If it's easier to see?
Then that is good. Yeah. So now let's do the spirit guide one. Okay, and we'll see if that's easier than seeing your own, okay? So repeat after me. Look into the mirror. So now when we do this, whatever face you see come forward is a spirit guide. Okay? Some people may see family members that have passed, and some people may see their spirit guides. Okay? And some people may see more than one. We all have more than one spirit guide. Every year, a new spirit guide comes into our life, and the other ones choose to stay or whatever, but we normally have more than 3 for sure. So repeat after me. Let me find my page. I lost my page. Sorry. Oh, I got it right here. Spirit guide by my side.
Spirit guide by my side.
I open the veil to meet you tonight.
I open the veil to meet you tonight.
Bring to me the sight to see.
Bring to me the sight to see.
The image of you, so mote it be.
The image of you, so mote it be.
Okay. So now look into the mirror. You want to see your own face. And I'm going to get you to say this 3 times. Ready? Monte, Monte, Monte.
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 And if you see male or female, let me know.
Seeing a bunch. Just constant.
Beautiful. So Monte is a magical word to call our spirit guide to us. A lot of people don't know what their spirit guide's name is, but whenever we're in a situation, we want support from our spirit guide. If you say Monte 3 times, your assistance will be there. So try it in your life the next time you want some help from your spirit guide.
I mean, if you, right now I know what I look like, but when I look in, I can see somewhat of me. But then it comes in very, very clear, almost like virtually identical to me.
That's you. That's someone looking through you. So did your face at all narrow or change? The eyes will never change, but the rest of the face will.
It looked like I was looking in a mirror, like an actual.
Wow. And you weren't a twin?
No.
Wow.
Not that I know of.
Is this something that has to be done like at night by candle, or can it be done in the daylight?
You can try daylight too. Whatever is easiest for you to see. I would still, if you're doing it in the daylight, I would still have a candle lit.
Yeah. Is that normal to see colors?
That's awesome if you're seeing colors. So what type of colors are you seeing?
Purple
So-
and like an aura,
Beautiful.
like white.
So you are clairvoyant.
Yeah.
So you would actually be able to see the aura on anyone and anything if you develop that.
Okay, I should work on that.
So the colors that you see are the chakras that are active.
Okay.
Okay, so our aura has 12 bodies, but they're all made within the chakra colors. So if you're seeing purple, that's your crown chakra.
I thought it was Saint Germain.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. No, because Germain has the flame, right?
Right.
So that is definitely an energy. If you felt that, honor that.
Okay.
Yes.
And
That's
see,
amazing.
That's what I've seen. Like when I look at mine, I see purple too.
Oh, did
right?
you?
But when I've seen her purple chakra, right? As well.
Wow.
I
Yes,
seen
you
her
did.
that, so
Look, I got
I
goosebumps.
see that in mine too. So
Beautiful.
yeah, I see purple.
So when you, now that you can see and you've seen past lives, when you're getting ready in the mirror in the morning, look right about here and kind of move your head and you'll see your aura. And if you see that, then know you're protected and there's good energy around you. So anything that's trying to come at you is not you. Okay? But you could actually, now that you've seen this, you could actually use the real mirror, getting ready, just kind of go like this, and you'll see your own glow. Okay? Same like with trees at twilight. If you ever look at twilight, all the trees have that aura, and that's when the trees actually wake up. When we're walking through the forest in the daytime, all the trees are asleep. Try walking in the forest at night. See how you feel when they're awake. Totally different feel. But the twilight and that aura that you see, that's their first waking breath. And that's actually very powerful.
I can see. It looks like a child.
Wow. Okay. Your spirit guide could definitely be young. That's amazing. Boy or girl?
It looks like a girl.
Wow. That's awesome. I got goosebumps.
Real shining eyes, like real bright eyes.
Maybe a new grandchild coming?
I don't think so. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so if you saw a child, then that influence is to keep you playful right now so that you don't go too serious. Yeah.
What if I see a bunch of different, I can tell they're different faces, but it's still veiled? And I can't
That's okay.
get a
But
clear
you know
picture.
it's there, right?
Yeah.
And you know, when you're doing this in the comfort of your own home, you may find it easier, right? Right now, all of our energies are blended.
The problem with me is anywhere the shadows are distracting me when I'm trying
Yes.
to concentrate, so I shift my eyes.
And sometimes those shadows that you see will turn into a face as well.
Okay.
So you could be looking in the mirror, and if you see a shadow behind you, look at it, because it could be an ancestor or spirit guide coming through.
So now what if I see my eyes,
That's okay.
but they're not my eyes, but they're my eyes,
Then that would be
But they're
the
like-
spirit guide.
really intense, and not blinking when I'm blinking?
Yeah, that's good. Let's try to get a smile back from them or something.
So, when I'm looking at it, I'm obviously looking in the same area, but I'm seeing eyes shifting.
That's okay.
Like it looks like they're looking at. Or
Yeah,
looking
they
over.
do.
Yeah.
So if they're looking in the direction, okay, so say you're looking at it, and if they're looking to the right, then they're showing you something in the past is in play. If their eyes are shifting to the left, they're focusing on your future. And if they're looking straight at you, then your present situation right now is in play. They're influencing exactly where you are. And sometimes you'll see their lips moving like they're talking, and you may not be able to hear it, but you will get the message. Sometimes it's in your sleep. It'll happen. Pay attention to your dreams tonight, because you may receive some more information. So if you have seen a face, put your mirrors down. And you may find it easier at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again at home.
That's crazy.
So you've seen?
I don't wear those kind of earrings.
You did well. Your
Used
spirit
to.
guide does.
Yep.
Now, if you
I
were
was
doing
like,
your past life, if you were doing your past life and you saw those earrings, then you know that was you. Okay. So
That's
let's
cool.
let's do it again. Okay, so now when you're at home, whenever you look at the mirror, you're going to see your own past lives. Unless you say the chant for the spirit guide or call Monte, Monte, Monte. If you say that 3 times, then your spirit guide will come forward. And then if you know your spirit guide's name, then you can call them. And you can also call people that are passed on. So if you miss someone and you want to contact them, call them and see if they'll come into the mirror. Okay?
So what if I think I saw somebody?
Then you did. Then you say, then you know that will work for a connection. And that's what is so powerful. It's okay, I know some people are like, darn it, I had to see my, you know.
Oh no, I don't mind. Just wasn't expecting it.
So spirits will come through, but you have to know you won't see anything negative. Okay? Last night we had someone that saw themselves really burnt. Okay? And you may see conditions of how you died in a past life. So because she saw herself with the burned skin, that was how she passed in that lifetime, was because of a fire.
What if you saw like almost like a Skeletor?
Yes, then that is definitely a past life thing. Okay? And it would depend on the culture too, because some people, if it's like real bone, then that's like, that represents death. Or if it's painted on the face, then it's some kind of ceremony. So because it's a spiritual exercise, we may get ourselves in a past life that performed some kind of ceremony. Okay? Okay, does anyone have any questions? No? Do you feel confident you'll be able to use the mirror? Awesome.
So should it be just this mirror or any mirror?
This mirror for the past lives, I mean, you could try doing it in a regular mirror, but it probably wouldn't work unless you were like really good at it. You could do it, but once you get it, you could actually walk past a store window and sometimes you may catch, you know, something with you, right? And that's pretty fun. You know, the big store windows, you can sometimes see yourself, all of a sudden you look and it's not your face, then you know you're walking with someone. So when you do see spirit in the mirror, I always say thank you when I finish, right? I say thank you and I'll hug my mirror and put it right in front of my heart chakra and know that that can be your new friend. I always see these things as my friends, right? Because it is a portal of power, okay? So you can use that. To keep your mirrors, you can put them anywhere, just don't put them in a window. But you don't have to cover it, you don't have to hide it, okay? And there are other tools that you could use, like people have scrying bowls, you could use, you know, that. I like to stay away from the black because the black will pull in usually the mundane spirit, so you just never know what you get. Because we're using purple and the high vibration, you won't get negative spirit. Okay, you're only going, you can trust what you see in the mirror. And if you're curious and you've seen a face, ask it to show itself more. I invite you to show me why you're here. Because when you're seeing them, they're actually here.
Okay.
They're not coming through the mirror. That's what's around you.
Because I went between a man and a woman, and I wanted to be the man more. Like, I wanted to see him more, but the woman was like, hey, I'm here. Look at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't want to look at you.
So if you do it and all of a sudden you kind of feel goosebumps, then the spirit touched you. So whenever spirit touches us,
I thought that was the wind.
no, if you get goosebumps in anything in your back or body, that is spirit going like this. Our body does not know how to comprehend spirit touch. So we get goosebumps. Always say thank you. Just like when someone tells you something that's true. Have you ever gotten the goosebumps? That's your spirit saying it's true. Right? Just like your spirit will say, that's bullshit. Right? Right? So just learn to listen and ask questions. The number one thing that's important is talking to the spirits that are around you.
I get
When we are
emotional.
connecting, we're not calling a spirit from a far away dimension. They're here
Mhm.
all the time. It's just us that's closed off from it. Okay? Of course, it's important to be relaxed. The more natural we are and the more authentic we are in our being, the more powerful we are. It's only when we're trying to be something and we're running ahead, it really closes off that spiritual connection. Okay? So please work with your mirrors. If you ever have any questions, I saw this, what does that mean?
Mhm.
Message me. Okay? I'll still get people telling me, oh, I saw this weird thing, what is it? And I know lots about spirit and different types of spirits, and sometimes you'll even see elemental spirits. So you may get like, you know, fairies coming through, like whatever is in existence that's around you will come through. Just keep inviting it.
So, but
Okay?
the half animal, half human is normal.
Yes. Yeah. But pay attention to the animal, because that is a totem. That is very powerful. It's actually
was-
totem.
It was the deer that's been following me, dreaming. Did you see that?
So deer, no, I didn't.
Uh huh.
So deer represents healing of the heart.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
So when we drum with a deer hide, we drum because deer breaks things that we are worried about on a physical level. So if we're stressed about something in our life, we'll play the deer. Every hide has a different medicine. Deer is heart.
Oh.
And
And
so what's a
buffalo is-
buffalo? Yeah.
Buffalo. Buffalo is the power of the earth and manifestation. So I played this. Well, what do you think buffalo is?
You pretty well covered it.
Yeah.
Abundance.
Buffalo is from on our, they raise buffalo on the ebb and flow, or
Home res.
home res. But buffalo is for manifestation. So when we play this buffalo, we're calling the herd to us.
Oh.
When we play the deer, we're playing the herd to come. So when we do our drumming circles, we have the moose, the deer,
Yeah.
the buffalo.
So what's a moose?
What is the moose again?
Strength.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a
You know
moose
you're
drum?
on a
No, I
path.
don't. But anyway, I have a deer.
Nice.
Mine was to heal from my son's death. That's why I did my drum.
Wow. So
Yeah.
see, that's perfect. Deer, healing.
Yeah. And
Right?
in my what do you call it? The wood structure of it.
Yes.
There was a blemish in it. As I kept sanding and sanding and sanding, it's the shape of a heart.
Aw,
And when
that's
I put the
awesome.
when I put the deer hide on, the heart, and each section is a month, right?
Yeah.
So that was October. My son killed himself in October.
Wow.
And there was a bullet that it looks like, and that's what he did. He shot himself. There was like a bullet that shot
Oh my
that broke my
gosh.
heart right in that month, and it was all just. And how would I pick that?
That's insane.
How would I pick that?
No, that
Right,
was
you
know, it
never
wouldn't.
would.
No.
Yeah,
It come to
never.
me. Like I was told, pick the one that speaks to you, and I picked it up and I went, oh, this is nice. I said, look at that, it's got a little burr in it. And the more I sanded, my broken heart was right there.
Yeah.
And in my deer skin, this is really freaky.
See, that just gave me goosebumps.
In-
Right from my
that's
toe
the
right to
spirit.
the-
In that deer hide, there's a mark right like that on it. And I say, that's my life with my son. This is my life without.
Aw. You know, and that's hard because October is, you know, September, end of September, September 15th up until November is when the veils are thinner. And unfortunately, when the veils become thin, all of these spirits roam the earth. They have power. We call them mundaners, and a lot of suicide happens, right? I just heard of one yesterday.
There was one Friday,
Right.
a police officer killed himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and right where we stopped, an hour, like we were right where we stopped to check the oil, 2 hours before a police officer killed himself there.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you know, there is an energy that does try to feed off of people, and that energy is the same as, you know, hatred, jealousy, worry. And so people will not be able to break that when it hits. And it's horrible, but, you know, it is a cycle. So this is a time where our shadow selves come out Anything that needs to come to an end in your life will come up to be released. And so that's why from September to November, we'll hear every year about, you know, suicides or suicide attempts.
Yeah.
And that is also why we will do ritual, so that we can heal that, because of more people who are positive, the more people who are smudging, we're healing the earth. Every time we light a candle, that's magical. Every time we smudge. And we have to beat that consciousness that brings us down. We've all fallen, right? We've all gotten into stress or negativity, and we pull ourselves out. Some people aren't able to. All of a sudden, they can't stop hearing to hurt themselves, right? So this is that time. And so, you know, when you're home, light a candle. This is going crazy now. You can see it's cleansing us, right? Because we've all probably known someone that has taken that path. And a lot of times they're victims of the spirit world. Okay?
Your spirit likes them.
Yeah.
So it's all November, all the month of November?
It'll be September 15th to about the middle to, well, actually November 12th is the full moon. So it should stop then. Okay? And of course, you know, suicide can happen anytime.
Yep.
But this is when the veils are thin, all of these energies are in more power, right? So that's why we practice our rituals, so that they don't have that power, right? And the more we practice positivity, the more we're healing the earth, right? And it's all about consciousness, right? So we always want to, for me, I always have to stay above wherever I am. So I'm always like above the situation that I'm in, because that gives power to where I want to go. I won't get power to anything that brings me down, right?
Look beyond.
Or beyond, yeah. So use your spirit guides, connect. The Archangel Michael, I am going to post some prayers, because some people were like, I want to see that hot angel. So I'm going to post that on my page, and then just say that when you're using your mirror and see if you can get him. Okay. And right now we'll go inside and open the circle and pull an angel card before we go. But I am so thankful that you came.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep looking at past lives, eyes open in the day, see what you can get. Oh, I'm curious. What was that person in a past life?
The blue's water, look, it's almost gone.
Yeah, so this shows me that our ancestors and our past influences were the most powerful right now. Yeah, look how much it went down compared to the others.
Do you do any past life regression sessions?
Brett does a hypnosis, but for me doing them, I do like, they don't last long, so I'll get like a 15-minute read out of it. But if you wanted to actually like go into a hypnosis and live it and walk around, then Brett does that. Yeah. So thank you for coming. Yeah. So let's go in and pick some cards and see what spirit.
Different way than we came in here?
No, you can come out anyway. I haven't opened the circle, and our power is good here. So I'm just going to bring this drum. Oh, I walked into it. I didn't do it. I didn't lock it last night, so I could just walk through it. Oh, he closed the door. I walked into it like it was a glass. And yeah, here's the.
Kim's got a light.
Yeah, it's gonna be dark.
Tondi, do you have Wesley? All right.
Brett, where's that light on
this? Side of
this?
her.
I got a light.
Perfect. And where's the light on ours?
I'm right here. You take my arm. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I got a flashlight too.
All right.
So those that want to come with.
Oh, sorry.
I got you.
All right. Okay. So now
I need some solar lights.
We're
There's a
gonna do-
step here,
there's
okay?
gonna be a step.
And you're gonna step down.
Yep. Down.
Perfect.
There we go. It has a little uneven.
Yeah, just take it slow.
My arm.
And I'll make sure you can see. And we want to come out here because there's some wood there, so just keep going straight.
Okay.
Yeah,
A
right
little bit of
there,
a
there's a step.
bit, just a tiny bit one. There you go.
And then
Perfect.
now we're on the grass.
All right, and I can see a window.
Yes,
Don't forget
perfect.
We're going. There's gonna be steps there. Right. And a little
How are you guys? You're all okay? And my soul, see, we're all invisible. My motion light. There we go. Perfect. Okay, come on in. There's a couple steps here.
Oh, the magic tomato is still there.
Is it? I just was looking. I didn't see it either. I can't leave it now. I can't pick it up now. It has to stay.
We're like, no, you have to stay there. My kitchen shears stayed here.
That's awesome.
Do you have an extra pair that you were like, where did these come from the broom workshop?
What?
My kitchen shears. My kitchen scissors.
Oh my gosh. What colored are they?
Black handled.
Probably. Like these?
Kind of, but that's not them.
Oh, look.
But same type of look, but the whole
And those
handle
ones
was
aren't them? I have
black.
scissors everywhere.
Nope.
I'll look.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so before we open the circle, let's all pull an angel card. See what we're leaving with, because we did contact some ancestors, spirit guides, and also our own past lives. So I'm going to start with you. See what you get.
So what's that down there?
Probably
Or is that
paint.
Just the way it dried?
Yeah, you can wash it off or scrape it if you want.
Okay.
But you can see. Let's see. Okay. Perfect. Spiritual growth. That's awesome. And because you've been seeing it since a child, now you know.
Yes.
What did you get? Blessing. So your spirits want to bring you something new and some kind of blessing into your life. So be open to receiving something.
Music.
Okay, so you need to try using music with the magic mirror, and also it's healing for you right now. So if you need to break from where you're at, turn on some music, and you'll also be receiving messages. So even while you're driving, turn on the radio, see what it says, and then turn it off, and it'll hit you every time.
Okay.
Children, and that suits you because you've been paying attention to your son so much, but that actually means you're probably going to see some children spirits around you in there. Yeah, and the spirit of playfulness. So play more. Yeah, break free.
Don't go to work tomorrow.
Body
That's what I
care.
was told. Don't go to work tomorrow.
Yeah. Body care. So that's probably getting more sleep and having more energy. He's been working hard.
He's gonna give you a break.
Guardian angel. So his guardian angel is the strongest right now.
That's what your dad got?
That's
Yeah.
what your dad got. Yeah.
My dad's from Alberta visiting.
When does he go home?
On the 9th. 2 weeks.
He kind of feels like a fixture now.
I know.
He's
Yeah.
just normal when we come. He
Yeah.
doesn't feel different.
I want to keep
I want to
him.
take a picture of my car.
I'm gonna come more often.
Freedom. So that's good. So that's, you need to focus on freedom. Does it make you feel free? That's your rule. I'm free.
I need to be free.
Yes. And your path is to freedom. So that's what the spirit wants to focus on you feeling. Listening. So you're clairaudient. That means that spirit wants to talk to you. Use the mirror and pay attention to what pops in. Okay?
Yep.
And ask some questions.
Okay.
Like, what should I do today? Every morning I wake up and I ask, what should I do today? New love. So that represents, hey, maybe, isn't it your birthday today?
Today is my
Happy birthday to you. And wishing you the best year ever. New love is a new passion. So it doesn't have to be a relationship. Perfect.
Yeah.
And look how amazing her hat is. It suits her perfectly. I did order those other 3.
Okay.
I'll let you know when they're in.
Okay.
New hats?
She ordered a bunch of colors. What is it? Brown, black, and gray, or
Yeah, I think so.
manifestation. So something is trying to manifest in your life. Let the spirits do that for you. Yeah, just trust that it's going to happen. And that's something tangible. That's not here yet, but it's coming. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay. Harmony. So you're meant to just stay relaxed, do what you want. You have no serious work, so make sure you keep telling yourself that.
I can do that.
Okay. Awesome. Self-acceptance. So Spirit is trying to get you to break through that door into something that you've been holding back on. Yep. You're not allowed to hold back. It's not the season.
Seems to be a theme.
Let's see what I get. New beginnings. I need that.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's
Something
what I call
new.
my drum. Newbie.
I think this is my new beginning. My new projects. Soulmate. So you got to do your partner. See if he's got the do him.
I did that.
Go home and have sex.
I love that. I don't see him tonight.
Look
I
at
don't live with him. He has his own house. I'm an independent woman. I have to have my own space, right?
This shows that if you do the past life thing, you'll probably do that thing that
Okay.
happened to me
Okay.
and Brett. Yeah.
What this says to me, I do read tea leaves, so I see an engagement ring in my.
Good.
That's
Yes.
what I
And that
see
means
in my
say yes, right?
Yeah, yes, that's telling me I gotta lower my guard and let it happen, right?
Perfect.
We've
So
only been together 9 years, right?
it's about time, hey?
That's what everybody
We
says.
were 9 years too, Bonnie.
Okay.
But it was never gonna happen.
Well, I didn't. I
I'm
really
cool
don't
with this now.
want it to happen because I like the lifestyle I have. That means I have to change.
You
know?
can be married and have him have his own house.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, that one out there, I see potential for Brett
Yep.
all the time.
We're only
I'm just
16
kidding.
kilometers apart, though, right?
Oh, that's good.
I tell him, you sell your house and we'll get our house on the water,
Yeah,
and then we could share a house.
exactly.
So,
A new place.
That's what I'm putting out there.
Let's open the
Oh,
circle.
I wanted to take a picture of that.
You
Just,
sure can. So we're going to open the circle. Ready? The circle is open but never unbroken. Merry we meet, merry we part, with love in our heart. So mote it be. And we're going to stamp. Kiss it with a seal it with a kiss. Awesome.